Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our annual Lawrence House Concert 2024. It's a great honor and pleasure to have with us the rector of St. Paul's School, Mrs. Lecture, Senior Master Sir, Head Junior Wing, Bursar, and teachers of St. Paul's School. We also like to welcome the parents and the Olpolites in our annual Lawrence House concert. This concert would not have been possible without the hard work of each and every Laurentians. We just got a few days to practice. Now, as all of you know, that after the Russian play in the year 2022, that is the refund, and in 2023, the Hungarian play, the proposal, we will take you to another country of England, of Europe, that is England. We found it quite difficult to put this play in the stage. This play has been written by A. Milne in the year 1918. While doing this play, I have requested Mr. Bhattacharya if he could have helped me in directing this play. So I would like to give my thanks, heartfelt thanks to Mr. Bhattacharya for all his help in directing the play. I would also like to thank Mrs. Dennis and Mrs. Thapa for the costumes and the makeup. I would like to thank Mr. Karga for the overall supervision. This one-act play is regarding James, regarding Philip, who comes home after the World War. He has served as an officer in France for 4 years, and there he used to give orders to his subordinates. But when coming back to the home, he has to walk under Uncle James, who used to give him orders, and there the conflict starts. Now, why I have selected this play? One of the reasons for this is that we, as a parents, we always think that with our past experience in life, we can take the correct decision regarding the careers of our children without their interest and liking. Whereas our children, they think themselves mature enough to take their own decision without consulting their parents. Hence the conflict. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is always wise that as a parents and our children, they should sit together and they discuss among themselves what will be the wise decision for our children for their future. So, ladies and gentlemen, once more I welcome you to the Lawrence House concert and to our house play, The Boy Comes Home by A. Milne and co-directed by Mr. Bhattacharya. Thank you.
please.
Did you call for me, Mr. Philip?
Yes, I want some breakfast, please, miss.
Breakfast has been cleared an hour ago.
Exactly. That's why I rang. You can boil me a couple of eggs or something. And coffee, not tea.
Well, I'm sure I can do that. But I don't know what Mr. Higgins will say.
Who is Mr. Higgins?
The cook. And he's not used to being put about like this.
Do you think he'll say something?
Well, I don't know what he'll say.
Well, you needn't tell me, you know, if you don't want to. And I don't suppose it will shock me. One gets used to it in the army.
Breakfast at 8 sharp was the master's rule, just before you went out to the war.
Before I went out to the war, I did a lot of silly things. Do not drag them up now. 2 eggs, ham, and coffee.
Well, I'll do what I can, but I don't know what Mr. Higgins will say.
Mr. Higgins, it seems. When they get out of the army.
Dear me, I should have thought a habit of 4 years would have stayed with you.
Every morning, for 4 years, as I have shot out of bed, I have said to myself, wait, a day will come. That really doesn't give habit a chance.
Well, I dare say you wanted your sleep out. I was so terrified that a really cozy bed would keep you awake after all these years in the trenches.
Well, one isn't in the trenches all of the time. One does get leave if one's an officer.
You didn't quite spend it with us, Philip.
I know, but you did understand, didn't you, dear?
Well, we're not very sure, and I know you must have wanted gaiety for the little time you had. But dear, I think your Uncle James felt it. After all, you've lived with us for some years, and he is your guardian.
I know. You've always been a darling to me, Aunt Emily. But Uncle James and I are...
Of course he can be a little difficult to get on with. I'm more used to him. But I am sure he really is very fond of you, Philip.
I always used to be so very frightened of him. I suppose he's just the same. He seemed just the same last night, and he still has breakfast at 8 o'clock. I suppose he's been making pots of money lately.
Well, he doesn't tell me exactly, but he did speak once about the absurdity of the excess profit tax. You see, jam is the thing the army wants.
And it certainly does get it.
It was so nice for him, because it made him feel he was doing his bit, helping all those poor men in the trenches.
May I come in?
Yes, please.
Mr. Higgins wishes to speak to you, ma'am.
Yes, I'll come.
Tell Mr. Higgins to come here. At once, please.
Sure, sir.
Philip, I don't know what Mr. Higgins would say.
No, nobody seems to. I thought we might really find out for once.
Perhaps I'd better go.
Oh no, you mustn't. You see, he really wants to see me.
You?
Yes, I ordered breakfast 5 minutes ago.
Philip, my poor boy, why didn't you tell me? And I dare say I would have got it for you. Though, I don't quite know what Mr. Higgins would say.
What? Who's calling me? Philip? I sent for you, Mr. Higgins. I want some breakfast. Didn't Mary tell you?
Breakfast is at 8 o'clock. It always has been as long as I've been in this house, and it always will be until I get further orders.
Well, lucky for you, you've just got your further orders. 2 eggs, ham, and coffee.
Orders? We're talking about orders. From whom in this house do I take orders, may I ask?
In this case, from me.
In that case, ma'am, I wish to give a month's notice from today, inclusive.
Certainly. In fact, you would rather prefer if my aunt gave you notice. Then you can leave at once. We can easily arrange that. We can. What do you pay him?
£45 a month, dear.
45 pounds. I hope you don't mind a cop's check. Some people do. But this right here is a really good one. Here you are.
What is this?
Your wages instead of notice. Now you can leave at once.
Who said anything about going?
I'm sorry. I thought you did.
Well, if it's only a bit of breakfast, I don't say. But what I mightn't get it, if I'm asked decent, I'll certainly arrange something for you, sir.
Well then, let me say again. 2 eggs, ham, and coffee. And Smith can bring up the ham at once. And I shall get going on that. Thanks very much.
Well, I'll certainly
Is that all he ever has to say? It isn't much to worry about.
Philip, my poor boy, how could you? I should have been terrified.
Well, you see, I have done your job out there for 2 years.
Job? What job?
The president of the mess. I think I should better go and see about that ham at once.
He's just having his breakfast, dear.
10 o'clock! 10 o'clock, Emily! 10 o'clock!
Yes, dear, I heard you.
And you don't say anything?
I expect he's tired after that long walk.
Well, that's no excuse for not being punctual. I suppose he learned punctuality in the army.
I suppose he learned it, but I totally understood him to say he'd forgotten, dear.
Well, the sooner he learns it again, the better. I particularly stayed away from the office today in order to talk things over with him. And here's 10 past 10, and there's no sign of him.
Yes, dear, please, calm
I'm
down.
wasting a day.
Yes, dear, please, calm down. But what are you going to talk to him about?
His future, naturally. I have decided that the best course of action he can do now is to come into the company at once.
Are you really going to talk it over with him, James? Or are you going to tell him that he must come?
What do you mean? What's the difference? Naturally, we shall talk it over with him, and naturally, he'll fall right in with my wishes.
Oh. I suppose he can hardly help himself. Poor boy.
Not until he's 25. When he is 25, he can have his own money and do whatever he likes with it.
But I think you ought to consult him a little, dear. After all, he's been fighting for us.
Now that's the sort of sentiment there's been too much of. I object to it strongly. I don't mean to boast, but I think I can claim my share too. I gave up my nephew to my country, and I suffered from the shortage of potatoes.
But dear, he's your nephew. Please do not compare like that. He's not potato.
To an extent you probably didn't realize. Indeed, if it wasn't for the time when you fortunately discovered that you didn't like potatoes, I don't know how we could have gone on. And as I think I've already told you, the excess profits tax is a singularly stupid piece of legislation. But I paid it, and I don't go boasting about how much I paid.
Well, I think Philip's 4 years out there have made him more of a man. Somehow, he doesn't seem like a boy who can be told what to do. I'm sure they've taught him something.
Well, I'm sure they taught him something about bombs and which end a revolver goes off, and how to form 1, 2, 3, 4s. But I don't see how that could possibly help him when choosing a career for a young man in after-war conditions.
Well, I can only say you will find him different. Different, I tell you.
I didn't notice any particular difference last night.
I think you will find him rather more, well, I don't quite have a word, but I am sure Mr. Higgins can tell you what I mean.
Oh, of course, if he would like to earn his money in any other way, he may. But I don't see how he proposes to do so, as long as I hold the purse strings. Perhaps you should go and tell him I cannot wait any longer.
Yes, dear. Philip, your uncle is waiting to see you before he leaves for office. Will you be long, dear?
Is he in a hurry?
Yes!
He says he is rather, dear.
Couldn't he come and talk to me down here? It wouldn't interfere with my breakfast.
No!
He says he'd rather you come to him, darling.
Oh, well.
He will be here directly, dear. Just sit in front of the fire and make yourself comfortable with the paper. He won't keep you long.
The morning's not the time to make oneself most comfortable. It is a most dangerous habit. I found myself dropping off in front of the fireplace just now. I hate this hanging about, wasting the day.
You could have got some nice sleep while you could, dear. We've been up all night listening to Philip's stories.
Yes. You shouldn't neglect your duties, Emily. I'm sure you have plenty to do.
All right, James. I will leave you. But please don't be hard on the boy.
I'll be just, Emily. You can be sure of that.
Well, I don't think that's quite what I meant. You sleepy old duck. Old men these days.
call it 2 hours late or 22 hours early from tomorrow's breakfast.
You spoke now?
What?
You spoke?
Good heavens! What did you think we did in France?
Well, before you start smoking all over this household, I would have thought you would have asked your aunt's permission, huh?
Old men these days. Aunt Emily!
Yes, dear?
Aunt Emily, do you mind my smoking in here?
Of course not, darling. You're a grown-up man now.
Of course not, darling. At least someone has the sense to know that I'm a grown-up man now.
Listen here, once and for all, Philip. While you stay in my house, not only do I expect punctuality, but also civility and respect. I will not have impertinence.
Yes, Uncle James. That is what I wanted to talk to you about staying in your house, I mean.
I don't know what you mean.
I mean that we don't get along too well, and I thought I'd be perhaps better off taking rooms somewhere. You could give me an allowance till I come on my own money, or you could just give me my money all at once. I don't quite know how Father left it to me.
You come into your money when you are 25. Your father very wisely felt that giving such a grand sum to a mere boy of 21 was simply putting temptation in their way. Now whether I have the power or not to alter your father's dispositions, I certainly don't propose to.
If it comes to that, I am 25.
Indeed, I had an impression that event took place around, what, 2 years ago? When did you become 25, may I ask?
It was on the soul. We were attacking the next day, and our company was in support. We were in a so-called trench at the edge of a wood, a damn rotten place to be. And we got help. Our company commander sent a runner back to the CO to ask if we could move. He said, certainly not. Hang on. We hung on. You know, just hanging on, doing nothing, waiting for the next day. Of course, the boss knew all about it. He added on to us nicely. Poor old Billy. He was one of the best. Our company commander. They got him. Poor devil.
Could you speed this up for me, please?
Well, they got him. And that left me in charge of the company. Well, I had a scout of my own, and I discovered that about, 500 yards away, there was another trench. Well, you wouldn't call it a trench, but compared to that rotten place we were in, it was absolutely Hyde Park. So, I could decide between 3 things now. I could hang on, or I could move against orders, or I could go back to the company and told them about the situation. Well, I moved, and then I went back to the company and told them that I moved. Oh, the waiting, the everlasting wait. That is what makes me 25,
45. Yes. No doubt, boys like that frequently crop up in the trenches. I'm glad you did well out there, and I'm sure your colonel speaks very kindly of you. But But when it comes for choosing your career now that you're out of the army, my advice is not altogether to be despised. At least your father evidently thought so, or else he wouldn't have put you underneath my care.
My father did not foresee this war.
Yes, yes, but you make too much of this war. You young boys come back from France thinking you teach us our business. You'll find there'll be you who'll be the ones who'll be learning, not us.
If that is the case, I am quite prepared to learn. In fact, I want to.
Excellent! Then we can consider that settled.
Well, we haven't settled what business I'm going to learn yet.
I don't think that's too hard. I propose you come into my business. You start from the bottom, of course, but it will be a splendid opening for you.
So I see. You have decided it for me. The jam business.
Is there anything to be ashamed about that?
No, Uncle James. Only that it doesn't happen to appeal to me.
If you knew which side of your bread was buttered, it would appeal to you greatly.
Well, I can't see the butter for the jam, can I?
I don't want your silly jokes of that sort. You were glad to get it out there, I'm sure.
Ah, yes. Perhaps that is I'm so sick of that wretched jam now. Ah, no, Uncle James. It's really of no use. You must think of something else.
Perhaps you've thought of something else?
Well, I had some idea about being an architect.
You want to start learning to be an architect at 23?
Well, I couldn't start earlier, could I?
Exactly! And now you find it's too late.
Is it? So, aren't there any more going to be architects, or doctors, or barristers, or solicitors? Just because we all have lost on 4 years of our lives, so are all the professions just going to die out?
And how old do you think you'll be when you start earning money as an architect?
The usual age, whatever that may be. If I am 4 years late, so is everybody else.
Well, I think it's high time you start earning a living at once.
Look here, Uncle James. Do you really think you can tell me what you would like me to do? Just like you would have told a schoolboy who has just come out of school. Do you think that 4 years in the front have made no difference at all?
If there was any difference at all, I would have expected it to come in a form of increased readiness to obey orders and recognize authority.
Well, it's quite evident that you are determined to have a role. Well then, let me tell you once and for all that I refuse to go into the vegetable marrow and turnip business.
And let me tell you, sir, that I refuse to take rudeness from an impertinent young puppy.
I remember annoying our brigadier once. He was very red, with a very red face, a cold blue eye, and about 20 medals. He told me how angry he was for 5 straight minutes, while I stood to attention. You aren't nearly as impressive, Uncle James.
Oh. Fortunately, I have other means of impressing you. You see, the power of the purse runs long in this world, and I propose to put it to use.
Yes, Uncle James. It's rather awkward, isn't it?
I'm sure you find it very awkward.
Yes. 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 I suppose you have won this argument, but luckily for me, I have another better argument.
What on earth are you doing?
Souvenir from France. Do you know, Uncle James, that this revolver has shot about 20 Germans?
Well, don't go playing around with it. Here, you end up killing Englishmen before you know where you are.
Well, you never know, Uncle James. It's quite a good weapon.
Put it down, sir. You ought to have grown out of your monkey tricks like this in the army. You ought to know better than to point an unloaded revolver at anybody. That's the way accidents always happen.
Not when you've been on a revolver course and you know all about this little thing. Besides, it is. Look.
Put it down at once, sir. Good heavens, have you gone mad all of a sudden?
Why, Uncle James? I thought you'd be rather interested in it. After all, it shot so many Germans.
Well, you won't want to shoot anymore. And the quicker you get rid of it, the better.
Well, does it ever occur to you, Uncle James, that there are about 100,000 people in England who own revolvers, who are quite accustomed to using one but sadly have no one to practice it on now?
No, sir, it certainly doesn't.
Well, I wonder if it will make any difference. One gets so used to pointing it at other people that one suddenly doesn't realize when we're not into.
Look, sir, I don't know what the object of this tomfoolery is, if it has one, but you understand that I expect you to come with me to the office tomorrow at 9 sharp. And please kindly see that you are punctual.
Uncle James.
I have no...
Damn it, sir! Start your attention when you talk to an officer! That is better. You may sit down if you'd like to.
What does this bluff mean?
It isn't bluff. It's actually quite serious. Do sit down.
Threats, eh?
Persuasion.
To the point of a revolver? Good heavens, sir, you settle your arguments by force. This was the sort of thing we were fighting against.
We were fighting against it. Uncle, you're a humorist.
Well, if you prefer it. Although, those of us at home...
Yes, never mind the excess profits now. I can quite well tell you what we were fighting for. We were fighting to put down foes by using force. And that is what I am doing now. You are going to use the force of money to make me do what you want. I am using force to stop it.
You're gonna shoot your old uncle?
Why not? I've shot many old uncles.
But those were Germans! It's different shooting Germans! You're in England now! You can't have a crime on your conscience like that!
Yes, but you mustn't think that one has quite the same ideas about the sanctity of human life after 4 years of war. How could one?
You find that judges have the same ideas I fancy.
Yes, Uncle James. But revolvers go off accidentally. You yourself said so. This will be the purest accident. Can't you see it in the paper? The deceased nephew, who was obviously very upset.
I suppose you'll think it's brave to come back from France and point a revolver at a defenseless man. Good heavens, sir, is this a sort of fair play they taught you in the army?
Why, of course it is. You don't think we wait until the other side has got as many guns as you, and then you start firing. Strictly speaking, you are rather very lucky. I should have got to throw half a dozen of bombs at you first if you were on the battlefield. But, as it happens so, I only have one.
Put it back, sir!
You take it in the right hand, like so, taking care to keep the lever down.
No.
Then you take the pin in your thumb, and then you... But, perhaps kiss doesn't appeal to you, does it?
Put it down at once, sir! Good heavens! Anything might happen!
Does it ever occur to you, Uncle James, that there are about 3 million people in England who own bombs, who are quite accustomed to using them and throwing them at...
No, sir! It certainly does not! I should never dream of letting these things occur to me!
It is rather against my principles as a soldier. But, just to make things a little bit more fair, I shall let you have this.
No, sir! It might go off at any moment!
Oh no, it's actually of no use.
Oh.
There is no detonator.
Oh!
Now, let us talk business, shall we?
What do you want me to do?
Strictly speaking, I would have thought for you to be on your knees, shouting "Comrade!" But I let you off that. All I ask of you is to be simply reasonable.
And if I refuse, you shoot me?
Well, I don't quite know, Uncle James. I suppose you haven't enjoyed this, have you? Well, do not worry, for there is lots more of it to come. We'll rehearse this little scene every single day. And if one day, if you still go on being unreasonable, this thing will go up. Of course, you don't think I have a plot to fire, but you can never be quite very certain. It's 100 to 1 that I shan't. Only I might. Fear. Fear! It's a horrible thing. Elderly men die of it sometimes.
Fool! I'm not to be blocked like that!
Yes, Uncle James. You are quite very right. I have misunderstood you. I suppose I shall have to do it all at once. One, go!
Philip! Philip! Mercy! What are you doing?
What is going on out there? Philip! James! What is happening?
Everything is fine, Aunt. Well, that is the way to talk, old man. Do not worry. I shall get all the guns to be ready. And then make yourself comfortable in front of the fire, and here's the paper. I shall be there directly.
Philip!
Send for me, Uncle James.
That's all right, my boy. That's all right. What were you doing?
Breakfast? Rather late, I'm afraid.
That's all right, my boy. So,
Anything the matter? You don't seem your usual bright self.
no, I dropped off from the fireplace just now. Most unusual thing for me to have done. Most unusual. By the way, were you here a few minutes back?
Who, me? Here? Of course not. I was having a hearty breakfast down there, you see. But let that be a lesson for not getting up too early. Of course, if you're in the army, you really can't help it. Thank God, I'm out of that now, and my own master again.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about, my boy. Come, sit down.
Yes, Uncle James, you shall have that all right here.
No. You come over here. I shouldn't be dropping off again.
Right.
I suppose you smoked a lot in France?
Rather, nothing else to do. Is it allowed in here?
Yes, of course. Well now, Philip, what are you going to do now that you're out of the army?
Burn my uniform and sell my revolver.
Revolver? Sell your revolver, eh?
Well, I do not have any use for it now. Or do I?
No, most certainly not, I should say. I can't see why you should have it at all. You're in England now. No need for having it here, I see.
Well, no, I hope not.
Quite so. Well now, what's next? We must find you a profession.
I suppose so. To tell the truth, I haven't given it much of my thought.
You never wanted to be an architect? Architect? Or anything like that.
It is a bit late, isn't it?
Well, if your boy is late, so is everyone else. Your boy is late.
Good point. But, to tell the truth, I don't feel I mind anyways. Anything you'd like me to do. Except the commissioner, I refuse to wear uniform again.
How would you like to come into the business?
Well, I don't know. The jam business. Well, I do not know if I should be of any good. You wouldn't want me to salute in the mornings, would you?
Oh, my dear boy. No.
Well, I can try if you'd like me to. But I do not know if I should be any good. What do you do?
Well, it's your experience in managing and handling people, which I hope will be of value.
Yes, Uncle James. I can do that all right. But you realize one thing now. That I am never going to stand in line again.
Yes.
Or I do not have to ever salute again. Or I do not need to stand in attention when I am being talking to. Or do many more things. And best of all, I do not need to be frightened. Do you know what is it to be afraid? Really afraid?
Yes, no,
Well, you couldn't be really afraid of death. Thank God that is over now. Good Lord, I could spend the rest of my life at the British Museum and be happy.
All right. We will try you in the office, but I expect you want a holiday first.
My dear uncle, this is holiday. Being in London is holiday. Wearing a waistcoat, running after a bus, it's all a holiday indeed.
All right then. Come along now. I'll introduce you to Mr. Bamford.
Right, Mr. Bamford. Who is he?
He's a manager. A little stiff, but a very good fellow. He'll be delighted to hear that you'll be coming into our firm.
Well, I'd rather bring my revolver in case he is.
Good job. That's revolver. Good job. Only a joke, of course. The boy came home. But was it the same boy who left? Oh, did all affair change him, change me. What was that? A dream? Or was it reality? Was it a dream?
Good evening everyone, esteemed teachers, cheers peers and beloved friend. As we witnessed Lawrence House concert for the year 2024, I am filled with mix of emotions I stand at the threshold of my last concert, ready to embark on different paths, yet forever bound by the memories I created together within these walls. My time here has been marked by growth, friendship, and countless shared experiences. For the nervous excitement of my first day to the bittersweet moment of my last concert. I have been supported by my respected housemaster, mentors at every moment of life in this school. As I step out in the vast world, I will carry the lessons I have learned, the friendship I forged, and the values instilled in me by this esteemed institute. To my housemaster and mentors, thank you for your guidance, patience, and unwavering support. I will still remember the day when I joined the school in 2019. I never thought that I will lead Lawrence House one day and make my last speech in this school. And making my last speech at this school today, I would like to thank the Almighty for this auspicious day. I would also like to thank Rector and Senior Master for permitting us to have practice during the preps hour. Special thanks to Mr. Bhattacharya who helped us with our play. Lastly, I would like to thank the caterer for the food which is waiting for us in dining hall, State Department, PA Department, and all my sixth formers and all my brother of Lawrence House for their support. Thank you. And now I would like to call upon Rector to say some few words.
Best concerts that we have witnessed at St. Paul's School, Darjeeling. Do we agree? I think it's been one of the best. We have seen a lot of good concerts in the past, and today has been no exception with regard to the way the boys have showcased their talents on the stage, the way they have started play, a lovely play, well directed, I must say, and well acted by each of the actors. It's such an enjoyable play actually, the way it was executed, showcased. It was a dream come true. It's a very enjoyable play, and the way they actually brought out the spirit of the play was amazing. Secondly, the songs that they sang, obviously that enjoyable dance of class 9, we will remember them, I think, for a long time. And obviously the sixth forms, the way you have carried yourself. I will request all of us to put our hands together for Lawrence House at the onset. Amazing. And you have raised the bar for the rest of the houses to carry on showcasing their talents and carry on with their concerts. I personally would like to thank the housemaster, Mr. Mandal. He has been very passionate about his house that we all have witnessed, not just on the stage, but also on the field in academics, and the way he has picked up the play and the way he has led his team. It's amazing, and I've also been seeing some of the posts, the way he appreciates the vice captain obviously in his fold, and the prefect and the sixth formers, the way you have led the team to actually put out what you have done today. You know, it's commendable. And you have also wonderful tutors. I must thank Mr. Khadka, Ms. Smriti Thapa and Sister Gurung. He is not here presently. I think he is not here. But all these people have worked very hard. And I've seen yesterday when I returned back from a get-together, the boys were still working here at 10 p.m. They had very less time to prepare, but then they have done justice to the time given to them. And the way they have come up with the performance is commendable. The hard work that has gone in. I want to also place on record a very special thank you to the Vice Captain. Because yesterday when I came in, including the prefect, they were all here to supervise the work. This morning also, they were there to see and guide the juniors. The line that says in their house chorus is that we are going away. We try to do our best. I think that's the line that speaks volumes about, even though they are, Baisi mentioned about in his speech that he's going away, this is his last speech. But I must tell you, the way you have started, school captain, vice captain, the prefects, the way you have started doing things in the school, I think even though you go away, we will remember you for a very long period of time for the good work and trying your best. So thank you very much once again, Lawrence House, and all those people who have helped to make this concert a success. God bless, and good night to all of you.